He has been, as advertised, Aidan Hutchinson of the Detroit Lions. He is joining us now live. I'm not sure if I've ever, a Michigan man through and through is joining us live. You know, it's interesting. You, when you go to an event like this and you're watching Seattle and New England, do you have mixed emotions? I mean, are you sitting there thinking, oh my God, this is my whole dream. This is my whole life. It's like playing at Michigan. If you can beat Ohio State, it's great, and Michigan's great. But if somebody went 4 years to Michigan and never beat the Buckeyes, you're like, it feels a little unfulfilling. Do you, when you're at the Super Bowl, Aidan, are you like, this makes you hungrier? It's kind of, how do you feel this week?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, with this being my fifth Super Bowl without being at the Super Bowl, it pisses you off a little bit because we know the talent we got on our team and we know like what we're capable of. We just got to put it together and play complimentary football and we'll be all right. So that's what we got to do next year if we want to be in the big show.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about Mike Vrabel this week and that his physicality, his size, it's hard to duplicate Mike Vrabel. Dan Campbell's probably the one guy in the league that is sort of Vrabel NFC version, where there are just not many human beings the size of Dan Campbell. And I don't think you can coach like Dan unless you're Dan, right? Like that kind of, I mean, to me, he's such an authentic guy. Have you ever in your entire life, and all the coaches you've had, high school, college, pro, have you ever had anybody that's even like Dan Campbell?
Yeah, I mean, him and Harbaugh were similar in that way for their love for football, but Dan is different in the way that you said it. It's like he's like towering. Like I don't feel small in front of many people, but like when someone's like kind of like has broad shoulders and like standing toe to toe with me, he makes me feel a little bit small for sure. But so there's that factor, but it's also the way he lays it on the line, like even post games, like if it's a tough loss or even a great win, the authenticity of the reactions and the emotions, it like you feel that as a player. And even when, stuff wasn't going right for us this year, it was kind of up and down, win, loss. We couldn't really find a streak. And he was really imploring us to just stay in the fight, like we're going to catch fire at some point. And, we ended up missing the playoffs. But, man, I think there's no lost belief in him.
Well, you had Sam Darnold in your division a year ago. And I've always said, we were talking about on the show today, whatever the initial impressions are, it could be of an actor's first movies. If they're both great, you just think great actor, and they could go 12 years without a hit. Sam Darnold's initial impressions are, he can't play. But every time, Christian McCaffrey came on my show yesterday, he's like, I played with him in Carolina, and my first impression was, that's one of the best players I've ever played with. So the fans are like, yeah, that guy's interception. Players I've talked to are like, I love Sam. Sam is a baller. He could be a linebacker. What were your impressions when, like, Minnesota moved off him? Were you actually, he was so good. Were you kind of surprised?
For sure. That situation is one, that Minnesota situation is just, it can go either way. And it's whatever way the owner and the GM, they want to take that team. And they ended up wanting to move on from him. And now he's in the Super Bowl. So it's, all I got to say is I don't want to talk about Minnesota. I just want to say congrats to Sam, because I think he's had a crazy ride in the NFL. And to be where he's at and having a good chance at winning the Super Bowl, like that is, talk about an adversity story, overcoming adversity and looking your obstacles in the face and just not caring about failure and just keep moving on like that. To him, he embodies that.
Yeah. It's the NFL's crazy. Max Crosby was a 4th-round pick. That's just crazy. Brady was a 6th-round pick. And then there are guys like you that are just physically look different, play different. You're an easy comp. It's like, okay, that guy's a 1st-round pick. That guy's top first. But they're not many. After about 15 picks, I've had GMs tell me for years, it's kind of 15 guys that are different, and then it's a bunch of really potentially good players. is I
Right.
look at Detroit, and I've said this many times. I think your front office is excellent. I'm like, there's a lot of dudes on that team. There are a lot of dudes in Detroit. Does that make losing tougher? Does that make disappointment tougher, knowing in that locker room you got fourth-round guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown? Like, you got guys everywhere. Did that make it tougher this year?
Absolutely, dude. We're no longer. It's no longer 2022 where if we win a game, everybody's screaming in the locker room, cheering. It's just the expectation at this point. And when we're not doing that, and not even when, I don't care what people say about us. I don't care what reporters say. Like, the overall expectation for what guys believe we should be capable of is that it's winning every week. It's playoffs. It's Super Bowl. Like, the fact that we haven't made one, it does piss me off at this point, because I know what we can do, and I know. But don't get me wrong. I know in my whole heart, I believe that we're gonna go. And we're going to win it one day. And do I know when that will be? No, but I do know it will happen.
Yeah. You know, I look at this Super Bowl, and I think these are very similar teams. Defensive coaches, athletic quarterbacks that like to throw the ball downfield, really good secondaries, front sevens with a lot of dudes that got range and can move. Offensive lines, okay. There's a couple players. Each O-line's got a really good. Gray Zabel for Seattle is a dude. Charles Cross, pretty good. It's just interesting when you look at these two teams, and I know you're concentrating on the Lions, but when you look at these two teams, do you think there's one team you go, oh, that team has an edge here? Do you see it that way?
Honestly, I haven't watched a ton of these teams, but like you said, it's like if you say the offensive lines are okay, like I think really good quarterback play with mobile quarterbacks, like they can in football now, like that can really, like when we play Baltimore, for example, like it doesn't matter who the O linemen are. You could beat them, but you got to then get Lamar down, and that's a whole other task, you know. So it's offenses definitely make it challenging now with their mobile quarterbacks. 'Cause even if you win on the rush, you then got to take down a quarterback who's running a 4.5 and can juke you out, you know. So it's a tough task, but again, you're right. Defensive-minded teams. This is going to be a very defensive game, and it's going to be fun to watch as a defensive player myself.
You know, you played, and you're playing all the games, and you show up every week, and you had come off an injury the previous year. And for players like you, like it's one thing like in baseball, I guess pitchers have arm injuries, but a shortstop can play for 20 years. In the NBA, you know, guys play for a long time. Your position is so violent, and you're literally, I mean, the collisions you are in weekly are just like, I've said this before to fans. You have no idea what football's like from TV. Go stand on the sidelines. I'm 6'2", I'm bigger than average American. It's terrifying. I'm like, God, do you think about that you are living a dream? Michigan, first round pick, got the financial set. Do you think about that when you play this game as, man, I better cherish every freaking snap. Now you have a good coach. You have a good front office. Half this league doesn't. How do you think of yourself and your career and your future? Because you're still young in a sport where you age quickly.
That's right. That's a great point. That's why I'm really, since college, when I was kind of in the middle of college, I prioritized longevity. I prioritized diet and my health, because I knew, man, if this game that I love so much really depends on my longevity and how long I can stay athletic, how long I can stay injury-free, like, why don't more guys then take care of their body, you know, if you really love this game? So, man, I have so much passion. And when I got that taken away from me last year, it hurt, you know, not being able to go out there, especially with a good-ass team, #1 seed in the NFC last year, like, that hurt. And so being able to play this year with a really fun defense, really good guys, it felt like I was back. And again, to your point, it's, this NFL experience is very fleeting, and I understand that, and that's why I really try to do everything I can to play as long as I can. And so at the end of this career, I'm going to look back and go, I'm good. I did it all.
You remind me of Max Crosby, and I know Max, and I love Max. And that you're willing to talk a little bit during a game. You're a verbal guy. Do you? I mean, not even maybe intimidation. Not. Do you find yourself verbalizing stuff during games? Is this like almost? It's a performance for you. It's 3 hours of being relentless. I mean,
Right.
I've had pass rushers tell me this, and I haven't had other players tell me this. I've had pass rushers tell me, bro, I have to change personality. Like it is, I am a different human for 58 snaps on Sunday. Is that you, or are you
Right.
kind of just the same intense guy?
No, man, that switch flips, and to me, I'm not as vocal on the field. I like to be more of a quiet killer. I won't say anything to old linemen, but when I'm beating them, getting them, like you see the wear down, you see the demeanors change a little bit, and to me, like that is the war within the war. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily what you say; it's when you start cooking, like that when the demeanors change, momentum's flipping, and you feel it. That's when football's fun, man.
You got quality hair. Head and Shoulders must be helping you with that quality head of hair, Aidan. That's all I got to say. That's a good look.
They are, man. They are, man. I'm out here with Head and Shoulders, tackling dandruff with every wash, staying consistent every day. They've been a great partner with me, and man, staying consistent with them, keeping that dry scalp nice and moisturized. We've been good, man. You look like you've been using it too yourself, man. You look like you got a good head of hair, man. All right?
My age starts with a 6, and I still got hair. Okay.
Hey, if I could be like that, I'd be blessed. Okay, because and luckily, I think genetically I might be all right, but you never know. But I think I'm looking good for 25 right now. We still got everything intact.
A couple of good. This is a hair piece. I just don't let anybody know.
A little too bad. Yeah, that's right.
All right. Good seeing you, buddy.
Good to see you, man.
Aidan Hutchinson, great player.